Demise log 002. Well, honey blocks have been added into the game, so I haven't... every single time I open up my Minecraft game, I just want to use honey blocks. Okay, I'm embarrassed to admit it. I'm very addicted to them. I haven't really been on the server so much, but people have died. Okay, 2 people are gone. Ren and Stress. They have been demised. I've managed to survive through pure skill, I would imagine, or maybe not being on the server too often. Demise log out. I gotta say though, this bunker is looking pretty cool. I mean, as far as bunkers go, I mean, it's nice. I'm very glad that I built it. We've got our food store, we've got our bedroom through here as well. Looking very, very cozy indeed. The only thing that I will say about this bunker is that right now it's not really that secure, is it? To be honest with you, I mean, just look around. There's no real security or anything. It looks cool, but that's about it. So in today's Hermitcraft episode, we are going to change that, and we are going to build some defenses for this thing to protect us against the now zombies. There are actual zombies wandering around, and oh my goodness, okay, I'm getting out of here. I did mention it wasn't secure, didn't I? I mean, I wasn't lying, clearly. First things first, protection from flying hermits. Does this work? Yes, it does. Now, the reason I'm checking is because there's redstone dust on top of that dispenser. I believe fireworks just crash into the redstone dust. It's a bit weird. So I guess it's time to make 1 billion dispensers and also 1 billion fire charges. How do you even make those? I'm also going to take this opportunity to just clear up this area a tiny bit with all the shulker boxes that I just seem to be leaving lying around. As far as crafting recipes go, dispensers are definitely the most frustrating, especially when the craft book doesn't actually allow you to craft dispensers for some bizarre reason. Having said that, I would say that fire charges might actually be more annoying because they require a bunch of relatively expensive stuff, including blaze powder, which I don't really have too much of. So here we are at my blaze farm, which I'll be honest, I'd totally forgotten that I'd built, and we'll try our best to get a bunch of them. And after about 40 minutes, this is what we've managed to achieve. Yeah, it's not the fastest farm in the world. That's probably why I forgot about it. Why are they not funneling in? Oh my goodness! I shouldn't have flown over the top of this thing. It doesn't have a roof. Wow. I kind of feel like we need to take those guys over to my bunker. Now, originally when it came to building this thing and placing in all the dispensers, I imagined there being a framework above the bunker that would shoot everything up. But now that I'm thinking about it, why don't I just place them in the floor? Now that makes a lot more sense, because I'm going to be firing these things when I'm inside the bunker. That's the only place I'm going to be able to control it. So that will make the redstone wiring a lot cleaner, a lot easier, and also make this place look a lot cooler too. Here are all the dispensers in place, and I gotta say, I cannot wait to see fire charges just flying out of this thing. Now the question is, do all of the dispensers fire? Okay, so that's powered, that's powered, that's powered, that's all powered. And these have all powered as well. That is going to be deadly. Do you reckon that's enough fire charges? I mean, that's probably enough for about half a stack for every single one. I would say that's good enough for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little control room into my bunker that is going to have a bunch of levers where we're going to be able to activate a lot of these defenses. The only thing is that connecting up these levers right here actually into the redstone contraptions is going to be a nightmare because we're on a tiny island. There is water everywhere, and I have flooded all my redstone a bunch of times already. And I've barely got anything in place so far, so I imagine this is going to happen a whole bunch more. Can you hear that? That is the sound of the redstone clock activating for our fire charges. I decided to make it a little bit slower than like a 1-tick redstone clock because I'm going to be blasting through all our fire charges. I would say that's about enough. Anyway, now time to switch on another defense. So this area is obviously the entrance to my bunker. Right now, it's just a big empty space. I did that on purpose though, because I want to put a bunch of stuff on the inside of here. The first thing that I want to do is create a system that floods the entire space with lava, obviously making it a little bit more difficult to access. So I've now got all of the dispensers in place, so that central section there is going to be flooded, and then all of the lava is going to pour in from the corners as well. So this entire place should be one solid block of lava. The only thing that I'm trying to work out is how I'm going to get the redstone signal up there. Now I'm thinking if we send If we send a signal up through a redstone torch tower, that could be a good way to go. I did think about doing some water redstone, but it just doesn't seem to quite be right for this area. So, yeah, if we somehow link this into the bunker, I think that could be the method, if I can actually find it. I would actually say that's the single most challenging thing about survival redstone, is wiring redstone through the landscape and making ends meet. Thankfully, after going every which way, I managed to make it all work, so now I'm just in the nether, picking up all of the lava so that we can actually get this thing up and running. And activate. Okay, so that should have sent the redstone signal, but clearly hasn't. That is the case for about 90% of redstone contraptions when you first activate them. I've found the problem. The redstone signal doesn't quite reach up there, so if we just place in a redstone repeater, that should have now activated everything. Yes, and we have got lava falling down. Obviously, I can't really go up there because I will burn to death. And I will lose demise, and this will all be pointless. But that definitely looks like it's worked quite well. And I tell you what, it takes a ridiculously long amount of time to clear away. I thought it had broken, I thought I was going to be stuck in this bunker for the rest of the Hermitcraft season. But it takes probably about 2, maybe 3 minutes for all of that lava to clear. Anyway, next up, more defenses. If they actually get into the bunker, I feel like there should be some things that happen in here. Maybe if we set up some dispensers with arrows here, how far would they fly? Would they reach the end of the corridor? Because that could definitely be good. If they come in and we just start blasting them. I don't know why I'm saying them, by the way. I'm picturing a raid in my head, when in reality, it will probably just be Ren falling into my compound and bumbling around. That's if anybody actually comes at all. And that's if I don't die before I actually get to use this thing, which is probably the most likely. I've already had some close calls, especially because my armor is very much unenchanted at this point in time. Anyway, I'm trying my best to connect up this lever to that redstone over there. We need a fast redstone clock, and also we need to make sure that everything kind of stays out the way of this room. More defenses are required though. I would say being able to flood this corridor here with lava is definitely a good move. It's just a last ditch effort. I'll be in this panic room absolutely terrified. I'll just flood this area and then wait it out and hope that they leave. Because of course there's no PvP in this game. Instead, we have to kill each other in crafty ways. And I have to say, that's one of the reasons why I'm actually quite excited to be dead. It seems like it will be quite fun. Anyway, sticks. What else does this farm produce? Does it produce string? No, I didn't think so. Anyway, we need more bows for more dispensers. And actually, now that I think about it, instead of just having the ability to flood that one area of the corridor, I feel like when all of the arrows run out, I should also be able to flood the other area of the corridor too. So all of that is now linked up. We just need more buckets and more lava. Cool, that's that in there. Right, let's get those in there. And these ones in here. Now, obviously, I can't really test this one because when I do, it will just destroy all of the signs and all of the buttons and a lot of this area here. So I'm just going to have faith that it actually just functions first time. Alright, okay, so here is the panic room. Obviously, this is looking horrendous. Let's do a little bit of decorating here. And then I guess... there's something else that I feel like I should do. And we'll get onto that in a second. First, I need to find signs. You know, there's certain things that I always need in Minecraft that I never seem to have. Why is that birchwood in there? My storage system seems to occasionally miss items. It's a little bit strange. Regardless, the panic room is now all completed. It's looking lovely. This ceiling was a nightmare because it's covered in redstone. If I break it, it activates lava-related things that destroys stuff. So it's been a bit of a challenge, but anyway, it is now all done. Except, as I say, there's one thing that I really need to do. The architect boys, they set up a compound themselves. I was not aware of said compound until I built my compound. You know, that might have been... It could have been the meeting that I jetted out of. Or it could just be a meeting that I missed, because, you know, we all know that I'm fairly famous for missing these meetings. So Yeah, there's a compound right here. Now, I'm curious. I genuinely have no idea what it looks like. I don't know if that was the official entrance or not, and I gotta say, I think my compound is far cooler. This is huge. It's very big. Blimey. Okay, so this is gonna be a massive, massive, massive compound. This is a serious compound. So obviously, with me having my own separate compound, and then the Sahara guys having their own compound, I kind of feel like I need to connect myself into this. But that being said, this place isn't very secure. Look, I just fell into it. Like, seriously, come on now. It is very big and very impressive, though. I need to speak to them. We need to have some form of meeting at some point that I actually attend and don't fly out the roof of, to actually discuss what the plans are here. But as I say, I need to get connected, because currently I'm kind of hidden away in my own compound. I guess, shall I just tunnel to it? Shall I just create a tunnel between the two compounds? That would be quite hilarious. And that is 100% what I'm going to do. I've got the coordinates written down, 207.25 minus 816. I can't even read my own handwriting. It's now time to get myself a bunch of glowstone so we can actually light this tunnel properly, and then we're ready to go. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't think this tunnel is going to be particularly pretty in the grand scheme of things, but it is going to be a functional tunnel, and it will take us between my bunker and their bunker. And just as a quick disclaimer, I haven't told them about this tunnel just yet. And I plan on leaving a very passive-aggressive sign about how easy their bunker is to get into. So it turns out this tunnel is actually going to be pretty long. It's about 500 blocks north, and then 1,000 blocks, 1,000 blocks west. So I might actually have to put like an ice path so that we can speed between these things. I don't know. The only thing that is super frustrating about doing this tunnel is this. First off, just the water caves in general, really annoying. Strange addition to the game, don't really understand them. But more importantly, I don't have depth strider on my boots. And I don't know, what's happened to my voice? I've been recording for far too long today, clearly. But as I was saying, seriously, I don't understand those water caves. They're completely lost on me. I've never found them fun to use. They're just all around frustrating. Anyway, we've got 500 blocks to go in this direction now. So I guess it's safe to say we're on the home straight. Except the home straight is definitely not a fast one, because I keep just running into water ravines. And the lack of depth strider and also aqua affinity on my helmet is driving me up the wall. Once this is done, we are 100% enchanting all of this so that it's actually half decent. I should have done that long ago, as soon as I put it on, basically. I have walked into an area of haste 2, and now I am flying along. In fact, we might actually be able to break into the bunker using this. If I just sprint. It also brings up the fact that there should definitely be host potions in Minecraft. They would be the world's greatest addition. I would die and go to heaven. Here we are! I'm now connected! Awesome. With that being said, this does now make my bunker less secure, so I think we should add in like an ID card reader system into this that matches the one that I also have in my compound. So, here is my little setup. It is, I mean, there's kind of redstone throughout here. In fact, I'm going to make sure that this place is lit up, because otherwise Iskal and Grian are going to moan at me. But we've got a little item filter, which runs through into a pulse extender, which is down there, and then that runs up into our little iron door, and this setup is now all functioning. So if we just chuck one of these little key cards into the system and then hit the button, it's the same key card which I use on my compound for the door there, and as you can see it allows us to actually access the tunnel. All I have to do now is actually place a button on the opposite side, because otherwise I would walk the entire length of my tunnel, then not be able to get into this one. There is one thing missing though, and that of course is a sign, a passive-aggressive sign. And what's better than one passively aggressive sign? It's two. Go this way to get to an actually secure bunker. This one isn't actually passively aggressive, but keycards for architects, access to secure mum bunker. So here they are. I've got Grian and I've got Iskall. What do you think of the name Mumbunker, by the way? I mean, I'm honestly not sure on it right now, so I'm open to your feedback. And if you have any potentially better names, then please do let me know. Anyway, time to get myself set up with some actually decent iron armor so that I'm not struggling so much. And I've just thought, actually, I have loads and loads of emeralds, and we have got that massive villager trading hall underneath my base, with some really good villagers in there. I know the design is a little bit flawed, or at least, okay, the game is a little bit flawed, which causes the design to be flawed, but that still doesn't change the fact that there are some awesome books to be had. Ooh. Except it seems like some of them have... Has a zombie got in here? What exactly has happened here? There shouldn't be any... Ah. I am amazed that we haven't lost more of the villagers. We might have gone a little bit lucky there, because we actually have all the things we need. Aqua Affinity, we have got Respiration 3 there. We have got, I can't read these signs from back here, Blast Protection, that's pretty handy. Depth Strider's there. We've got Protection 4, that's fantastic. And we even have Feather Falling 4 over there too. Mending, Unbreaking, we've got all of it. So let's stop talking and actually do a little bit of trading. What do I need to do first? I need a bookshelf so I can actually get some books. Please tell me I'm not going to struggle with that. Feather Falling 4 for 1 emerald. No, that can't be right. That seriously can't be right. That's nuts. Look at the difference between a fully healed up villager and then just a regular villager. 41 emeralds for Unbreaking 3. That is not so much of a bargain. Good thing I've got about 1 billion emeralds though. I'm super rich when it comes to emeralds. And that means I've had more than enough to actually get all the things that I need. So we've got Aqua Affinity, I've got Unbreaking, I've got Mending, I've got the whole lot. I'm just a little bit disappointed that my level is now going to go through the floor. Look at this. From level 95 all the way down to level 44, and I still need to put Mending on all this stuff. Absolutely heartbreaking, that is. Absolutely I was hoping to get to level 100 before I died in Demise. Oh my goodness! I've gone down to level 13! I mean, this armor is awesome, but that is such a bummer. Anyway, it is now time for me to gather up a bunch more resources, because, yeah, we are running low on redstone again. So I'm going to activate this old thing, the witch farm. I'm going to go AFK overnight. And I gotta say, well, I'm a total moron. You see, I went up there, forgot that I needed to turn on my witch farm. I flew down, and I've forgotten my firework rockets. So I can't get back. I can't get back up there. Thank goodness, for once in my life, I've actually stocked my ender chest with something useful and placed an ender chest in one of my builds, because I don't often do that. But yeah, I gotta say, I'm a tiny bit nervous. You know, I really hope nothing happens to me while I'm up here. 12 hours of what looks to be slightly unsuccessful AFKing later, I have returned, and look how crazy this place looks with the render distance that I'm using. This looks nuts. Now the question is, how much redstone did we actually get in that time? I mean, okay, we got some. I got kicked from the server at some point, don't know when. Looks like it was pretty early on. Let's head our way back over to the compound. There's one more project that I really want to work on. You see, having all these traps and defenses in place is one thing, but the issue is that my control room is down underneath in the bunker. Obviously, I don't want to be out in the firing line when people are intruding. So I thought what we could do is add in like a CCTV watchtower, which I can put my second account into, my camera account, okay? And we can just leave it there, and we could observe over the compound to see if anyone is visiting to fill it up with traps. And if someone does visit, then I can log in, be straight in my control room, activate everything, and destroy them. I don't know about you guys, but I think that sounds like a pretty good plan. Also, these turtles, right? Are they just going to be there forever? I think they think of this as being their homeland. I kind of just shot through the process of building this, and now I think we might have a watchtower. I just started placing in blocks. I gathered up some bricks from the villagers and things, and I constructed this thing, and I must admit, I think it looks pretty good. I mean, it's very much, it's a little bit prison-y. It's still, this compound is looking more and more like a prison, every single thing that I add into it, and I have now realised that I can't actually get into this thing, so I guess we can have this kind of entrance area here, but I like it. I think this works. And don't worry, the 4th post has now been placed in. I know that would be driving some of you mad. So there we have it, ladies and gents. Our compound is now fully defended. We are ready to take on anyone who decides to come in. And I'm also now fully connected up to the Sahara Architect's bunker as well. So we can do some work on that too. But anyway, really do hope that you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next episode. See ya. And hopefully that next episode will come out sooner and with a smaller break between episodes than this one. You see, honey blocks were introduced into the game. I don't know if you noticed, but I've been really loving them. Every single time I opened up Minecraft to record a Hermitcraft video, I thought of something cool to do with honey blocks and then started doing that instead.